Ya estamos, gente. ¿Cuánto tiempo? Unos 2 días. Ay, no he mirado. Un segundo. ¿Se ha publicado el vídeo de Mass Effect de hoy? Porque lo dejo programado y la última vez que lo dejé programado no se publicó. Vale, sí, ahí está. Perfecto. Mass Effect 1, 2, 3, 4... Madre mía. Yo he hecho más Effects que BioWare. Aprende, BioWare. Vale, me callo. Me callo, he hecho un chiste muy malo. En el anterior episodio subimos el encanto al máximo y conseguimos descuento en tiendas. Y no he comprado nada. En este vamos a seguir sin comprar nada porque soy así de estúpido. Lo que voy a hacer es subirme el comando. Bueno, me voy a subir francotirador. Un puntito. Vale. Liberamos a la reina Ragni, matamos a la matriarca, Venecia. Italia se quedó siendo una ciudad muy bonita y que huele muy mal. Y... cosas. La verdad es que fue eso, ¿no? Así... en aspectos generales. Vale, en este... en principio deberíamos ir a la última localización que nos dijeron, pero antes vamos a hablar con la gente de nuestra nave.
Boy, am I glad to be off in Novaria. I don't know which was worse, the cold or the corporations. One will freeze your balls off, the other will sell them out from under you. With all due respect, Commander.
No te vas a decir nada nuevo sobre... Vale.
I have to go.
All right, see ya.
Recordaba que Joker tenía más cosas que decir. ¿Está grabándose bien el audio? Sí. Perfecto. Gente, no sabéis lo a gusto que estoy. O sea, poder hablar durante 5 segundos sin parecer que me estoy ahogando es glorioso. Jolín. Lo que me ha costado hacer directos con la garganta mal, ¿eh?
Yes, Commander?
Nada nuevo.
Is there something you need?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Tío, he hecho de menos cosas, no sé. Ya sé que es Mass Effect 1 y es un juego en el que tenía menos presupuesto. Era un juego bastante más corto que los siguientes. Pero noto que hay muy pocos diálogos, ¿verdad? Vamos a hablar con Liara.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was, but she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
¿Sigue estando a tu lado o es culpa de Saren? No me voy a decir esto, me parece más bonito.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence, her strength.
That is kind of you to say. I appreciate your concern, but I am fine. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
No, esto ya lo hablamos, así que... Si le pregunto esto, ¿va a decir algo nuevo?
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the
Vale, no,
Protheans.
es nuevo.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
Hombre, es lo que estaba pensando, digo, las Asari viven como 1000 años, así que supongo que para ellas los humanos parece que van muy rápido.
We don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true.
Ese es el futuro.
At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
O sea que en esta época las personas pueden llegar a vivir 150 años. ¿Cuál será la media de vida con muerte natural. Si dice que con suerte 150, a lo mejor serán 130 o algo así. Jolín, tío. A mí me daría pereza vivir tantos años.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre.
Perdón.
They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did during the Blitz. It was a remarkable display of courage and heroism.
Perdón, no sé si lo habéis oído. Es que estaba moviendo la mano porque tenía una cosa pegada y le da un golpe a la pata del micro y no sé si se ha oído. Pues he dicho perdón.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you, to understand what made you into the woman you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Empieza el romance, gente.
Are you sure you're interested in me? Or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest. But it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard. But I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Lieutenant Alenko.
Pero eres una mujer. Este juego es de su época, ¿vale? Este es un juego de su época. Es como... Sensaciones como que chirría un poco, ¿verdad? Ya en su época chirriaba un poco. Imagínate ahora. Este juego tiene ya... Tiene más de 10 años. ¿Y por qué pensás que había algo entre Kaidan y yo? No. No. Para nada.
The Lieutenant and I are just friends. Nothing more.
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was I wrong about that too?
Pero eres una mujer. Habíamos dicho que íbamos a ir a hacer la relación con Liara, porque nunca la había visto, la verdad. Hay varias que no he visto nunca, la verdad. Es que la mayoría de las veces que juego ni siquiera me molesto. Como no afectan en nada, pues es como, me apetece el gameplay, no me apetece todo este extra que no aporta nada al final. Así que la mitad de los personajes no he visto las relaciones con ellos. De Mass Effect 1 solamente había visto la de Kaidan y la de la otra. ¿Cómo se llamaba la chica? Ashley Williams y Kaidan Alenko. O es Alenko Kaidan, no me acuerdo. Pero no había visto la de Liara. Es la única de Mass Effect 1 que no he visto. Solo hay 3. Así que... venga.
No, you were right. There is something between us.
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too. But does this not seem rather strange? Why do I feel so close to you? We have only known each other a short time. We are from 2 different species. We have almost nothing in common. This makes no sense.
Es un poco extraño. Es básicamente Liara diciendo, pero eres una humana.
These things never make sense. They just happen and we get swept up in the storm.
You make it sound so chaotic, so dangerous.
I'll keep you safe.
I am not looking for a protector. This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. You... I need some time.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
Thank you, Shepard. Let's just talk about something else for now.
Pues
I
sí,
should go.
venga.
Goodbye.
Hablemos de otra cosa. Debería irme. Como solo me interesa una cosa. Vale, perdón. Ahora tenemos que intentar evitar ligar con este sin querer. Que antes la otra vez lo hice. Me encanta esta animación porque siempre es la misma.
Do you have some time to talk now, Commander?
Sí.
Of course. Have a seat.
We've played it pretty close to the book so far, but we're a long way from backup. We've got some tough calls to make. I'm just saying, try to leave yourself a way out. I've seen what cutting corners can do, and I'd hate to have that happen to you, Shepard. Commander.
Te preocupo, no necesito tu aprobación. Qué informal.
That's not the appropriate way to address your commanding officer, Lieutenant.
Sorry, ma'am. Maybe I got a bad signal. And
Creo
if
que
you're
estoy
angry,
ligando sin querer.
maybe there's someone else you'd rather confide in. Ma'am.
¿Te refieres a Liara?
Someone? You're referring to our young Prothean expert.
I think she's older than both of us put together. Yeah. There's a lower deck rumor that she's interested in you as more than a source of Prothean data. She's a very interesting lady to my tastes, but I never claimed to be big on alien culture.
¿Estás celoso? No es eso, creo que he ido suficiente. No sé cómo responder a esta situación. Creo que voy a decir la tercera porque estas dos suenan a otra cosa. Y esta tercera...
I don't think you should be prying into my affairs.
There's my answer then. I'm sorry to have bothered you, Commander. I got some mixed signals. With your permission, I should return to my duties.
¿No podemos hablar sobre la misión?
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Killing Saren's, what was Benezi anyway? Second in command? Advisor? Anyway, it should set him back a bit. I'm sure Dr. Tassoni's hurting though. Poor kid. Having to kill her own mom.
A ver, sí, le debería haber retrasado. El problema es que ya tenían lo que necesitaba de ella, así que... creo que no ha servido de nada. Bueno, salvo que ha perdido una aliada, claro. Y una parte de su ejército, también.
Any opinion on the Rachni?
Off the record, if we had the option, I'd as soon have left it to the Council. We weren't out here during the Rachni War. I'm not sure we have any business getting involved.
Supongo.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Venga. Ahora el ascensor más lento del mundo. Tío. ¿Qué baja esto? ¿2 metros? Pero no, un poco más. 5 tal vez. ¿Por qué baja tanto? ¿Qué? Bueno, claro, a lo mejor hay una capa muy gruesa para proteger en caso de que se sobrecaliente el motor. No entiendo de motores yo, la verdad. Nunca hablamos con el oficial de suministros y no va a ser hoy el día. Nada, vea que porras.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Vale.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
El concepto este de tener un vendedor dentro de la nave es súper raro, pero bueno. Mejorando me dije. Vamos a pillarlo. Esta es la misma que llevo yo, ¿verdad? Ya ves, tío, es la misma. Jolín, qué cutre. Bueno, esta pistola es ligeramente mejor, pero la pistola creo que no la uso nada más que 2 o 3 veces. Este es bastante bueno, ¿eh? Este me interesa. Igual que esta escopeta. ¿Y este fusil de francotirador qué tal era? Ah, una mierda. A ver, este fusil de asalto. Claro, es que son 8. Bueno, 7, perdón, 7. Me había parecido ver 3 sillas, pero solamente 2. Claro, no, son tan buenas porque, mira, yo tengo Raptor 6 y esto es un HMVA 7. O sea, es el siguiente salto generacional. Las 3 son muy buenas. ¿Cuánto cuestan? Es que es mucho dinero. Es muchísimo, muchísimo dinero. Uf. Podríamos vender cosas que no use. Vale, antes de eso, vamos a hablar con esta gente.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember the Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating him?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
Jolín.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts in the black market, but they're not as bad as the Cyclones. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs. Had the station in a bit of a panic.
Normal.
But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
Testículos.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set.
O sea que tienen 4.
Somebody's making a killing out there.
Tienen 4. Eso es una de esas cosas que igual no debería haber preguntado, pero ya lo he preguntado. Así que... ¿Qué pasó con el doctor?
What'd you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Yeah? Go on.
One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up and he got freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes, walking, living test tubes.
¿Tubos de ensayo?
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off.
Jolín.
Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a
he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
Jolín.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. We just used them to make more organs. They wouldn't listen.
Ya veo.
Well, you can't get them all.
No, but letting him get away like that. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
I suppose I can see both sides. But what's done is done.
I suppose. Can't waste too much time worrying about it now. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salian?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
Podemos mirar nosotros.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
Mira. Vamos a hacerle un favor a Garrus. Me acordaba levemente de esta misión, la verdad.
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
You mean the Rachni, right? They were dangerous, Commander. They proved that 2,000 years ago. I think it was a mistake to let them go. But that wasn't my call to make. It was yours. You know, you really should talk to Tisoni about her mom. She has to be hurting. Just saying, Commander.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Caídan, ¿eh?
Are you interested in the lieutenant chief?
Fraternization is against regulations, ma'am. Don't ask, don't tell. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Se hablan de tu familia.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized. Never made it above serviceman third class. He was real proud when I made chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
Bueno. Cuando es... Claro, es que a ver, si es en... Cuando estamos hablando de que es fuera de la Tierra, es más complicado que... Ay, pues nos tenemos que mudar a otra ciudad. No, esto es... Te vas a llevar a toda tu familia de viaje por el espacio continuamente. Es mucha distancia. Y posiblemente no sea bueno.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Where did you grow up?
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends.
Entonces, ¿sí cambiaban todo el rato de planeta? ¿O hablan de ciudad?
You're lucky to have a close family.
Sorry, I forgot about your family situation.
Or lack thereof. Relax, Williams. I've dealt with it.
Asked me to clear a bunker of armed hostiles? No problem. Dealing with the foot in my mouth? Not so good with it. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did. Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these blurry vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Bitmail. ¿Qué es un bitmail? Es pasar un enlace de YouTube. Este juego es de que... Este juego es de antes que YouTube se popularizara, ¿verdad? Bueno, YouTube ya existía cuando salió esto. Eso estoy seguro. Pero sí, en esa época YouTube es como... Además, dato gracioso de los trailers de Mass Effect, del canal oficial de BioWare. Ahora no sé si lo habrán cambiado, pero en su momento tenían puesto el punto MP4 o el formato en el título de los trailers. Porque es que YouTube estaba en pañales en esa época. Era flipante. Claro, cuando iban ya por Mass Effect 3, tú veías un trailer de Mass Effect 1 con el punto MP4. Al final es como, ostras, tío. A lo mejor ni MP4, a lo mejor era punto AVI. No, pues no me acuerdo qué formato se usaba antes del MP4. El MP3. Solo audio. No había vídeo, solo audio.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobyl. Same cluster, but a dozen LY away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
Claro, sí.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Jolín.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
Sí, pero... En este caso Ashley tiene razón, o sea... Tienes que empezar a tratar a la gente como... adultos, ¿no? Poco a poco. Y... Porque hay padres que tratan a sus hijos como si fueran niños, incluso cuando ya están... iba a decir en el instituto, bachillerato, incluso ya en la universidad. O sea, yo he visto algunos casos flipantes, ¿sabes? Rollo, un pavo con 25 años y sus padres todavía diciéndole, ten cuidado cuando hagas la comida, ten cuidado cuando hagas esto. Y ese señor o señora ya es mayor. Deberíais haber dejado de tratarla así hace 10 años. Así que, sí, entiendo que... Si no era nada tan grave, entiendo lo de... ¿Qué crees que es lo mejor? Esto, vamos a hacerlo. Si sale bien, enhorabuena, has tomado una decisión correcta. Si sale mal, has aprendido una lección. A ver, como digo, siempre y cuando no sea una cosa peligrosa, ¿sabéis? O sea, rollo... Quiero acercarme el cuchillo hacia el ojo. No, tío, da igual la edad que tenga una persona. Si alguien dice eso es porque seguramente tiene... O es muy idiota... Digo un adulto, si es un niño, pues los niños son idiotas todos. O es muy idiota, o tiene problemas. En ese caso no le puedes dejar a nadie, pero porras. Hay que empezar a dejar que las personas jóvenes empiecen a tomar decisiones y apoyarlas.
You said all of your sisters know self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
No termino de entender muy bien qué es eso de la ropa rara. Lo de la espada puedo entender porque es un poco raro en esta época. Aunque es muy bonito la esgrima. A mí me parece un deporte muy bonito de ver, la verdad. Y es práctico. Al final, quieras que no, siempre puede llegar a servir en ciertas situaciones. Sí, es más práctico las artes marciales. La gente no suele ir con espadas por la calle. Pero pero sí que suele ir con un paraguas. Y un paraguas es como una espada, ¿no? No, realmente no. El peso de un paraguas y el peso de una espada no tienen ni punto de comparación. En fin.
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
¿Qué es el cuerpo a cuerpo de los marines? Boxeo.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk and there's blood everywhere.
Jolín.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was going to end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Madre mía, esta debe ser la historia de adolescente más estúpida que he visto en mi vida. Que he oído en mi vida. Pero, como digo, quitando el tema de la violencia, que eso es algo que igual no se debería fomentar, Ashley lo hizo muy bien. dejando a su hermana pequeña que tomar una decisión madura y eso. ¿Cómo quiero decir? Bueno, a ver, no fue violencia, porque fue más bien defensa personal, si lo pensáis. O sea, él era quien empezó a intentar dar un golpe y ella se defendió. Como digo, no soy un gran fan de la violencia, pero entiendo que es necesario aprender a defenderse y a usar la violencia como una defensa. No soy tan estúpido como para decir, no, hay que ser pacifista, no se puede recurrir a la violencia y no debería existir los ejércitos y nada, porque entiendo que todo existe por un motivo. Soy una persona que me considero pacifista, pero entiendo que todo tiene su lugar. Y a veces para ser pacifista tienes que saber defenderte. Tienes que saber usar la violencia para defenderte. No para atacar, sino para defenderte. Porque hay que ser pacifista, pero no imbécil. Venga, sigamos.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
Es poesía, qué aburrimiento. Qué aburrimiento ahí. ¿Qué es esa mierda? Tennyson, ¿verdad?
I didn't know you liked classical literature.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Si no, normal.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
No, por supuesto que no. Otra cosa que yo siempre digo, o sea, la gente que se dedica a burlarse y a ridiculizar a la gente que es creyente o no es creyente por el hecho de serlo o no serlo, me parece una chorrada. Claro que no. Puedes decir, yo también soy creyente. Voy a decir que yo también soy creyente. Pero yo, vida real, también soy creyente. No de una forma tan... como Ashley. Pero también me considero creyente. Yo también creo en Dios.
You know that old saw, there's never an atheist in a foxhole? I've been in a lot of foxholes.
Yeah, I guess you have. I've met a few people who were really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something?
Eso es lo mismo que pienso yo.
Back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
Yo pienso exactamente esa misma mierda. Me resulta, me resulta, no sé, tío. Yo veo todo el mundo, todo el universo, cómo funciona todo de una forma tan increíble, ¿no? Teniendo conocimientos no muy altos, pero teniendo los conocimientos escasos de física que tengo y ver cómo existen esas leyes de la naturaleza, esas reglas perfectas que funcionan siempre y se pueden aplicar de varias formas en varios sitios y siempre se puede sacar los cálculos perfectos y todo eso, y digo, no me puedo creer que todo esto sea aleatorio. No me lo creo. Me resulta imposible. Irónicamente, la ciencia hizo que me hizo más creyente.
Dismissed, Chief.
Alguien se reirá de mí y dirá, ¡eres estúpido! Me da igual. Me da igual.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Por cierto, no hemos hecho preguntas personales ni con Liara ni con Kaidan. Luego subimos y lo hacemos.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up. Stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes, a meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
¿Y fuiste?
Sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Tu padre.
Jared was your father?
He was, until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
Jolín, vaya historia.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You trying to make me cry, Shepard? I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
¿Y dónde está?
Who has it?
Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Ton Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
Vale, vamos a buscarla.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Vale, vamos a mirar lo de la equipación de Liara nada, tal y nada, Rex. A ver, tiene una armadura que es ligeramente mejor. Ostras, va de rosa, tío. ¿Por qué van todos de rosa? Odio el color rosa en este. Pesada. A lo mejor me interesa más que vaya con una pesada, ¿eh? A ver, pierde endurecimiento. Pero creo que le voy a poner una pesada al Krogan mejor, ¿eh? ¿Un amplificador biótico? Creo que va bien así. Y... Vale. Creo que le he puesto uno peor sin querer. Así, mejor. Garrus. Una ligera. Ligeramente mejor que la que tiene de serie. Así. Vale. Caída no le voy a poner nada, creo que va bien. Ashley va con una armadura pesada, pero creo que podríamos ponerle esta armadura que es media, pero es mejor. Y a mí... ya voy bastante bien.
Something I can do for you, Commander.
No.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Nada nuevo.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Me alegro que estés mejor, pareces feliz. Me alegra que estés mejor.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Starin's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
¿Ah, sí? ¿Por qué?
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
¿Eres de la realeza?
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen, but it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
Esa es mucha presión.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage. Something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
Bueno, estás haciendo algo importante. Estás ayudando a luchar contra un ejército de Gets. Los enemigos acérrimos de tu especie, pero bueno.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian's ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
¿Tiene sentido?
I want to know more about the Geth.
Sí, lo hablamos,
I doubt
¿no?
I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been... All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Esto ya lo hemos oído, ¿verdad?
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an...
Sí.
Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow...
Sí, esto ya lo habíamos oído.
But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network.
So
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work...
So there's some
no.
sort of...
But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate...
What made them rebel?
As you can imagine, this caused a near panic.
What did you do?
A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems.
Yeah, you can't blame them for fighting.
We had no other choice. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never...
I should go.
See you later.
Vale, entonces Tali todavía no tiene misión. Pensaba que ya tenían misión todos. Vale, bueno, a lo mejor es que en este juego no tienen misiones todos. Que eso es algo posible. cierto, quiero mirar. Sé que hay límite de inventario, ¿eh? Y no me acuerdo si te lo decía el juego o... no, espérate. Hay una forma de invertir toda la chatarra. Sí. Sí, tenemos todo lo de nivel 1. Vamos a convertirlo en Omnigel. ¿Hay alguna forma de...? Parece que no. A ver, también podría venderlo. Y ganaría algo de pasta, pero... Mira, eso es bastante espacio del inventario liberado. Vamos a hablar con estos, a ver si tienen algo de historia, que se me ha olvidado antes a preguntarles. Y... ¿sigamos? Uy.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
No es nada importante.
I just wanted to talk.
Of course, Shepard. What did you want to talk about?
Vaya, a lo mejor no.
I should go.
Goodbye,
Espera,
Shepard.
vamos a volver a probar.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Vaya, igual no tiene nada que decir. Esa aproximación lenta me encanta, tío. No sé por qué me hacía tanta gracia.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Vale, pues no tenía nada nuevo que decir. Por una parte me alegro, por otra parte me da un poco de pena. Vale, pues a elegir destino. Podemos hacer lo de Garrus y lo de Rex primero, antes de seguir con la historia. Eso estaría bien.
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
I'll take it in the comm room.
Vaya, hombre.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
¿Infiltraciones?
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander. But they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
What did they find?
Oye, no falta alguien aquí.
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
Falta el Turiano, que siempre está enfadado conmigo. ¿Os habéis dado cuenta?
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Vale, ahora tenemos una nueva misión de la historia principal. No me acuerdo si pasa algo si no lo haces inmediatamente. Así que vamos a hacer una cosita, ¿vale? Voy a guardar la partida. Voy a crear un nuevo guardado. ¿Vale? Por si acaso podemos volver a ese. Debería haber mirado donde querían que fuera. Porque no puedo abrirlo. ¿Sabéis una cosa que le faltaba a este juego? Poder abrir esto en el mapa. Vale. Autor en peligro. Mientras estabas en no habías encontrado... también deberíamos hacer esto. Y esto. ¿No habíamos hecho esta ya? Aparentemente, ¿no? Sistema Columbia del cúmulo Voyager. Columbia. Hasta nunca, Noveria. Seguramente no vuelva nunca. Pues sí, hoy creo que van a tocar secundarias. Tenía intención de hacer la otra, la que nos acaban de dar, pero se ve que no va a poder ser. Uy. Vale. Nada. Este es el bueno. Samario. No sé lo que es el Samario. Punto que eso. Estaciones espaciales. Se ha enviado un pequeño equipo de recuperar la liga del 1. No sé cuánto me queda de lo de la liga de 1. Vale, nos vamos a llevar... ¿A quién? Venga, vamos con estos dos. Vale, ahí delante, esto de aquí delante no sale en el mapa. Bueno. Prospección. Torio. Nice. A ver, vamos a mirar estos dos. Jolín, vaya casco, tío. Ah, y el resto... Puedes hacer lo que quieras. Y respecto... Uy, así que poco te hemos usado, ¿no? Jolín, pobrecilla. El resto puedes hacer lo que quieras. Vale, ahora vamos aquí. No sé cómo voy a salir de aquí, supongo que por ese valle. Y así tú y sus amigos. estoy pasando muy bien jugando al Mass Effect, la verdad. Es uno de esos proyectos que llevaba... No me está gustando nada este planeta, porque se crean como que el suelo tiene una textura que crea artefactos blanquillos que están brillando todo el rato y es raro. Pues eso, me lo estoy pasando muy bien jugando a Mass Effect en directo. Hay poca gente, diría que no hay gente, pero no sé, tío, es divertido. Lleva mucho tiempo queriendo hacerlo en directo y sí, me hubiera gustado que fueran más una experiencia compartida como lo fueron los juegos de Batman Arkham en su momento. Mi intención era intentar recuperar un poco esa idea de hacer la trilogía del tirón y ver la historia y toda la pesca, pero bueno, oye. Tampoco está mal, ¿no? Tengo unas 2-3 horas aquí. Es como si estuviera grabando un vídeo, ¿no? Como la subo a YouTube. Ah, mierda. Ah, cago en la leche. Liga de 1. Qué bien. Ostras, sí que dan pasta. Yo tengo la esperanza que esta serie despegue en YouTube. Porque al menos es un juego que se me da bien, no como Nier Automata, que ese juego ni se me daba bien. Vale. FBI. Tampoco estoy usando las mejoras de armas y armadura, y eso es algo que debería usar. Bastante útil.
Hostile contact.
Jolín, macho. ¿Y quieres quedarte quieta? Vale, ya está. ¿No os acabo de dar órdenes? Yo no sé para qué la de órdenes, si luego hace lo que le dé la gana. Alguien.
Rally round.
tag him.
Vamos a explotar la granada, no vaya a ser que luego me salpique. Pulsas con cuidado unos cuantos botones y la alarma salta. La base de datos óptica se está autodestruyendo. Copias todos los archivos que puedes en la CPU interna de tu traje blindado. Con su memoria borrada, la CPU se apaga. Seguramente los archivos están encriptados, pero tendrás tiempo para decodificarlos. Bueno, vamos. Me dije que eso siempre está guay. ¿Y puedo entrar? ¿Habrá algo? Sí. Ah, cago en la leche. No. Mira que era fácil, ¿eh? Mira que era fácil. Muchas cosas, ¿eh? Eso ha sido fácil. Estoy viendo que me están dando armas de séptima generación, como las que iba a comprar. Me alegro no haberlas comprado. Espérate, esas armaduras igual son buenas, ¿eh? Vale, aquí me han dado buena mierda. Quedarse todo. A ver. Hombre, a ver. Son buenas para ser de calidad media y ligera. Pero para mí, pues, como que están un poco de... Les falta. Lo que se refiere a armas, no me han dado nada mejor. En pistolas... esta pistola es muy buena. La voy a poner. Esta escopeta es muy buena. Y... ¿Cómo es que el Banshee 7 es tan malo? Pero la Crossfire 7 es tan buena. Ahora tengo que mirar si... Es el que tengo. Sigue marcándome como que hay una misión ahí. ¿Lo veis? Sale el iconito de... Pero ya está completada. Voy a revisar, no vaya a ser que me haya equivocado. Ok. No termino de entender muy bien qué ha pasado aquí, pero venga. ¿Sabéis? Una cosa que yo siempre me he preguntado es si BioWare tenía pensada la historia de Mass Effect entera. Bueno, a ver, entera obviamente no. Hay partes en Mass Effect 2 y en Mass Effect 3 que se nota un montón que las hicieron solamente específicamente de historia, estoy hablando, no de gameplay, en base a feedback que habían recibido de los juegos anteriores. Pero aparte de esas situaciones tan concretas, yo me pregunto si tenían más o menos la historia general planeada desde el principio. Seguramente no, porque recordemos que este juego originalmente iba a ser un Star Wars. Microsoft contrató a BioWare para hacer el Mass Effect al final. Luego Electronic Arts compró BioWare. Hicieron Mass Effect multiplataforma. O sea, hay toda una historia ahí con este juego. No sé si Microsoft contrató a BioWare o BioWare hizo el juego de Microsoft porque quisieron. No, pero este juego originalmente estaba publicado por Microsoft. Me suena que yo, la primera vez que jugué Mass Effect fue en la Xbox. Y me suena que no parecía nada de EA. Solo aparecía en Microsoft Game Studios. Te estás acercando al límite de 300. Eso es lo que me preocupaba. No sé por qué he entrado en el vehículo. Sí, creo que voy a tener que ponerme a quitar los objetos de tier 1 y 2. Porque pagan una mierda por ellos. Y no merece la pena usarlo, es una mierda. Ese es la 3, bueno, da igual. Joder, y si hubiera una forma rápida de hacer esto, ¿os imagináis? Pero por desgracia no lo hay. ¿Y por qué Omnigel, Daniel? Véndelo, aunque te den una mierda. Porque el Omnigel lo voy a usar en el futuro cuando me dé pereza. Además, si tengo mucho Omnigel, puede que a partir de ahora dejemos de hacer el minijuego del hackeo ese de mierda, como se llame. La mayoría de mis objetos son armaduras, ¿verdad? Pues no. Bueno, sí. Bueno, he hecho bastante despacio. A ver, siguiente misión. Doctor en peligro. Ve al sistema Newton en el confín de Kepler y avisa al doctor.
Transmission coming in, Commander. I think you're going to want to hear this one.
Greetings, Commander Shepard. I represent a party interested in obtaining information on Cerberus activities.
Yeah.
Who are you, and who do you represent?
Who I am is inconsequential. Suffice to say, I am an agent for the Shadow Broker. You see, Admiral Kahoku contacted my employer looking for information on the location of any Cerberus facilities. We provided that information on the promise that he would turn over copies of all files gathered from the Cerberus systems to us.
Vale.
Did you have anything to do with Admiral Kahoku ending up dead?
We had no reason to harm him. He was going to provide us with information about Cerberus. Information that is now in your possession.
You must have some connection to Cerberus. How else could you tell Kahoku where to find them?
Information is our business, Commander. Through our contacts, we were able to determine that the Cerberus group was active in the Voyager cluster. Unfortunately, that was all we were able to find out. That is why we are so interested in acquiring copies of the files from you.
Eso es traición.
These are classified Alliance files. I'm not handing them over to you.
Be reasonable, Commander. Cerberus was operating outside Alliance jurisdiction. We don't owe them any loyalty. The Alliance is just going to file this information away in some archive. No secret stays hidden forever. Eventually, someone somewhere will deliver it into our hands. Might as well be you. Transmit the files to us and you will be well compensated.
What are you gonna do with this information?
Information is a commodity. It can be bought, sold, or traded. Why my employer desires this information is not my concern. I am only the buyer.
No, paso. No hago negocios con criminales.
My loyalty is to the Alliance, not the Shadow Broker.
That is unfortunate, Commander. My employer will remember this the next time you need something from us.
Gamma, Artemis Tau, no sé qué, Beta, Neuros. ¿Era Armstrong? Me suena Armstrong. No, era Kepler. Newton, vale. Allí vamos.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
I've received some troubling information, Commander. We need your help. Someone is killing former Alliance scientists. There have been 4 deaths in the past month.
I'm happy to look into it, Admiral. What can you tell me?
All 4 scientists worked on a classified project on Akuz. There was a brutal massacre there years ago. An entire unit was killed by thresher moths. It was classified as a natural hazard, but the project dates coincide with the attacks.
Suena sospechoso.
That can't be a coincidence.
There was one other scientist on the project, Dr. Wayne. I'm
Wayne?
transmitting his last known coordinates. Good luck. 5th lead out.
Vale. Vale, creo que este va a ser el planeta correcto porque me dejan aterrizar, así que... De lo de la matriarca... Nice. Hidrógeno. Vale, vamos. Me suena mucho una misión, pero es que no me acuerdo si era Mass Effect 1 o Mass Effect 2. Aquí nos llevamos. Vamos a ir con... Todos los voy a llevar en misiones obligatorias en el futuro. Podemos seguir yendo con Kaidan y con Ashley. No sería mala idea. No, venga, vamos. Ya que no los voy a usar mucho, creo, de cara al futuro. Vale. El planeta es bonito. Si no fuera por la caída de FPS, hasta me gustaría explorarlo. Uy, qué mal va en este planeta, me cago en la leche. Pero un Unreal Engine es un buen motor, Daniel. No sé por qué te quejas tanto. No sé por qué será. Unreal Engine 5 va a poder mover juegos de mundo abierto sin problemas, Daniel. Sí, como el Unreal Engine 3 daban tan buenos resultados, con áreas abiertas sin nada en ellas, el Unreal Engine 5 tiene toda la pinta que va a triunfar teniendo mundos gigantescos llenos de cosas. Seguro que sí. Cuando lo vea me lo creo. ¿Esos son nuevos? ¿Qué son estas cosas? ¿Son peligrosas? Un poco de asco, no voy a negar. No está claro qué le pasó a este turiano. Tenía un antiguo libro de papel con la insignia del puesto avanzado Vostra en la contraportada. Ok. Siguiente objetivo. Realmente mi problema con el Unreal Engine, aparte de el mal rendimiento que tiene, es que la mayoría de los juegos de Unreal Engine se ven igual. O sea, se nota un montón el sistema de iluminación que tiene, el sistema de sombras. No me gusta, tío, no me gusta. Yo ya viví la época de Unreal Engine 3 estando en todos los santos juegos. No me gustaría volver a esa época. Entiendo que es un buen motor si eres un desarrollador con poco presupuesto y te viene bien tener un motor que, oye, es gratis de usar y hasta que no empiezas a ganar dinero con él no tienes que pagar una licencia. Eso está de 10, ¿vale? Ahí me parece que Epic tuvo una decisión buenísima. Es verdad que Unreal Engine 4 tuvo mucho menos adopción que el 3. Seguramente si el 4 hubiera tenido mucha más adopción, no hubieran hecho eso, no se hubieran portado tan bien, pero bueno. La verdad es que sí, Unreal Engine 4 no tuvo el éxito que tuvo el 3. Supongo que porque... Ay, Dios. Me cago en la leche. Vale. Digo que supongo que porque el Unreal... El Unreal 4 estuvo en la época en la que también Unity había dejado de ser ese motor cutre que se veía como el culo. También ha empezado Godot, que es un motor bastante chulo. Si eres un desarrollador indie, a lo mejor te merece la pena echarle un vistazo a ese motor. Creo que me están atacando, También es Capcom, que era uno de los que más usaban Unreal Engine, se ha creado su propio motor. Así que, sí, ya es... que es lo normal, ¿sabéis? O sea, el tema de las grandes empresas teniendo sus propios motores es mucho más normal que eso que tuvimos durante años de todos los juegos en Unreal Engine 3. Porque sí, es más caro, pero si haces un buen motor que te sirva para todos tus proyectos, te merece la pena. Pero bastante, además. Y sí, ya sé que muchos de los problemas que ha tenido Electronic Arts esta generación pasada fue por forzar a sus desarrolladores a utilizar el Frostbite. Se llama Frostbite, el motor de DICE. Pero eso también fue un poco culpa de EA, porque no es que desarrollaran un motor para todo. Pillaron un motor que existía única y exclusivamente para Battlefield y dijeron, no, ahora lo tienes que usar todos. Enjoy. Pero formar a gente para usar un motor específico de una compañía es más caro que contratar gente que sepa usar motores genéricos. Cierto, pero eso se debe a la estúpida tendencia de las empresas a contratar y despedir continuamente a sus empleados. Yo puedo entender que eso sea algo que haces y a lo mejor tú haces un juego y a lo mejor estás 2 años hasta el siguiente, pero usualmente las compañías suelen terminar un juego y empezar el siguiente. ¿Por qué porras despides a todos tus empleados formados y unas semanas después dices, y ahora contrataremos a otros? Vale, me están matando. No debería haberlo usado con esa, porque ponía fácil. Debería guardármelo para los difíciles, que son los asquerosos. Jolín. Este es medio, pero como si fuera difícil, madre mía.
Stay back! I've got no grief with you. All I want is this bastard.
Please! He's a madman! Mr. Toombs, you're insane! You need help!
It's Corporal! Corporal Toombs! You don't get to lie! Not today! Today it all comes out!
Vale, déjame ayudarte.
What all comes out? I'm listening, but I need you to put that gun down.
You don't understand. I don't want to kill anyone. I want to go to sleep without screaming in my dreams. I want the people who sent me to Akuz brought to justice.
Can't you see that Toombs is crazy? Shoot him!
But if I can't get that, I'll have to settle for killing the men who took my life away.
Vale, a ver qué sucedió.
What did the doctor do to you, Corporal?
We were on Akuz. When the Thresher Maws hit, my entire unit was wiped out. The Thresher Maws, the scientists were studying them. They let them hit our unit just to watch. I woke up in a holding cell. The scientists were delighted I'd survived. Now they had someone to run tests on.
What kind of tests are we talking about?
You can't believe Toombs. He doesn't have any proof. I demand a fair trial.
Ever had Thresher Maw acid in your veins? I have. They wanted to see what it would do. They treated me like a lab animal. I only escaped because somebody destroyed Cerberus, their big organization. This is justice. This man deserves to die. So, are you going to kill me or not?
Vale, estoy de acuerdo con lo de que Cerberus son unos pedazos de mierda. Ya lo hemos comprobado antes.
You're better than this, Toombs. You're not like them.
Pero...
Don't tell me who I am. You got away with a few scratches and a scary reputation. The rest of the unit died, and I was tortured for years, Shepard. You can't judge me. You don't have the right.
Toombs, if I could have helped you on Akuz, I would have. All I can do is help now. Let me.
Okay. I'm no murderer. They couldn't make me one. Just as long as he goes to trial. Maybe the screaming will stop now. I don't know.
Those bastards can't hurt you anymore. Joker, tell the 5th Fleet we need a ship for pickup.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Toombs mira el suelo de manera intensa, perdido en sus recuerdos. Empujas al científico hacia la puerta. Has completado tu misión. A partir de ahora, el asunto es de los tribunales de la Alianza. No, no me han dejado seguir explorando. Oh, bueno, me han echado. Seguramente me he dejado alguna cosa ahí dentro, pero... nada tan grave como para que quiera volver. Pero es raro, es la primera vez que me echan de un sitio de eso, ¿no? Paladio. Ala, ya está. Qué poco le gusta el juego a estos planetas, tío. Vale, siguiente misión. de Rex es convencido a Tooms de que deje vivir al científico para poder llevarlo a juicio así responder por sus acciones. Ahora Tooms podrá recibir una terapia que te científico para así. Informa a Hackett. Ah, vale. Cuando hagamos eso, vale, Garrus. Sistema Harsel en Confin de Kepler. Acabamos de estar ahí.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
I reviewed your report on the situation, Commander. I'm glad to see you were able to take Dr. Wayne in alive. Now we can put him on trial and get some answers. Corporal Toombs seems to have found some closure. Hopefully with therapy, he'll have a normal life again someday. Thank you again for your assistance, Commander. Fifth Fleet out.
Pues volvamos a Kepler. Ah, no, estamos en Kepler. Oh, mira qué bien. Harsel Layton. Tungel, Matol. Creo que este va a ser el correcto. No habrá nada por aquí, ¿verdad? Platino. Joder, qué poco hay en este sitio. Propietario privado, Dr. R. Hart. Vale, hemos encontrado el sitio. Tenemos que ir con Garrus, obviamente. No me lo ponen como obligatorio, tío. O sea, podría dejarlo. Y nos vamos a llevar a Liara. Vamos con el Dream Team. Vale, Garrus. Hace mucho que no te llevo en el equipo. Así que seguramente te va a faltar cosas. Subo automáticamente. Podría subir electrónica, ya que estaba, pero bueno. Oh, mira, ahora puedo ir con armadura media. ¿Tengo alguna armadura media para él? Sí. Va de rosa, por supuesto que va de rosa. ¿Tengo alguna? Uy, oye, ¿por qué no le he puesto esta armadura a Liara? Esta está bastante mejor. Venga, que sea lo que Diosito quiera. Por ahí no puedo ir. Aquí hay enemigos. Ya me lo están diciendo. Oye, estos son los... Estos son los zombies que crean los Get, tío. Yo diría que ya está todo despejado. Joder, no he encontrado, no quería...
Commander, that's him. That's Dr. Saleon.
What? My name is Hart. Dr. Hart. Please, get me out of here.
¿Estás seguro?
Are you sure it's him?
Positive. There's no escape this time, Doctor. I'd harvest your organs first, but we don't have the time.
You're crazy. He's crazy. Please, don't let him do this to me.
A ver, quieto.
We'll take him in, drop him off at the military.
But we have him. We can't let him get away. Not again.
If he dies, we'll never know what he's been up to, or how he did it. We'll take him in, interrogate him, and he'll serve his time.
Okay. You're right. You're a very lucky Solarian. You owe the commander your life.
Oh, thank you so very much.
And so he dies anyway. What was the point of that?
Porque es imbécil. No. Ey, te vamos a dejar vivo. Vaya, pues no me apetece.
You can't predict how people will act, Garrus, but you can control how you'll respond. In the end, that's what really matters.
Yeah. I don't think I ever met anyone like you, Commander. Well, I guess we're done here.
El equipo médico de Salion está manchado con la sangre de muchas especies, azul pálido, violeta, naranja y no poca de color rojo oscuro, pero su trabajo ha terminado aquí. Es momento de volver a la Normandía. Ha sido muy anticlimático, ¿verdad? Muerto de un tiro. Esta es media, así que lo vamos a hacer a mano. Híjole, tío, es que algunas medias podrían ser difícil. Y esta que es difícil la voy a hacer a mano también. Y para que veáis que... En serio. La diferencia entre medio y alto es flipante. Flipantemente nula, quiero decir. ¿Aquí hay algo? No. ¿Por qué me dejan entrar? Bravo, Daniel. Bravo. Eres un genio. Cada vez más tonto. Sí. Sí, gente, me preocupa. Yo creo que cada día que pasa me vuelvo más estúpido. Volver, sí. Tampoco hay mucho más que hacer. Podríamos ir a hablar con Garren. Pero vamos a hacer una cosa. Vamos a hacer la de Rex y luego vamos a hablar con los dos. Porque es que se tarda un montón en bajar. Se esconde en una base en algún lugar del cúmulo Argos Ro. Espero que el cúmulo Argos Ro no tenga muchos sistemas. Sentry Omega, Styx Z, Hawking Neza, Argos Ro. Solo tiene Hydra. Ah, no, espérate. Fénix. Fénix está como escondido. Vamos a Fénix. Fénix, right. Porque tiene siempre la razón. Vale. También indica que eran de naturaleza acuariana, por lo que ella misma lideró el grupo de reconocimiento. Se intentó el cambio de asteroides y encontró un carguero abandonado. El grupo no ha podido determinar qué hacía la nave allí, pero ha descubierto un disco de datos proteano a bordo. Mira qué guay. Cobalto. Nada. El que nada no se ahoga. Samario, otra vez. Vale, vamos a aterrizar aquí. Obviamente en este sistema no he estado nunca porque tenía muchas cosas por hacer. Espero que sea aquí, la verdad. Qué poco me gusta cuando tienes que dar vueltas. Adelante hay enemigos. Con algo de suerte y algo de amistad podremos encontrar la misión en la primera y no tener que estar dando vueltas a otro sistema. ¿Esto es prometedor?
This is the place.
Mira qué bien.
My armor's here somewhere.
Ok. Pero no te pongas en mi cara, por favor. Respeta el espacio personal, Rex. Hablando de espacio personal, estoy un poco en la mierda, ¿eh? Me voy a meter aquí para cubrirme. Y el otro está arriba, vale. ¿Dónde debería quedar alguien? Pues muy bien, ya está, se acabaron los enemigos. También hemos matado al jefe. Pensé que tendríamos que hablar con él, pero se ve que no. Ay, cago en la leche, tío. Quedarse con todo.
This is it. I can't believe my ancestors ever wore this piece of crap, but at least I've got it back.
Estupendo.
I'm glad we could help you get it back.
I might just be starting to like you, Shepard.
Rex toca la armadura de su abuelo. Su expresión es quizá reflexiva. Debe de saber lo que piensa un Krogan. De repente sale del ensimismamiento y recoge sus armas con resolución. Hora de continuar. Tío. A veces se me va el ratón a la otra punta del mundo. Pero solo, ¿eh? Uf. Ya estamos a punto de llegar al límite otra vez. Cago en la leche. Pues... Vamos a mirar qué hay por aquí abajo. Que suele haber otra sala por ahí, pero a lo mejor está cerrada. No sé, voy a mirar. Y creo que en cuanto volvamos a la Normandía lo voy a ir dejando. Ay, es que aún es pronto. O sea, usualmente no me gusta dejar esto muy largo porque luego en YouTube me da el miedo que se quede demasiado largo. Pero simultáneamente... No sé. Me da cosa dejar los directos tan pronto porque igual entra alguien. Muy buena, Daniel. Aún así, en una hora no nos da tiempo a hacer una misión. ¿Podríamos ir a la Ciudadela? Echar un vistazo, a ver qué ocurre por ahí. Pero primero... Joder, sí que está lejos. Diciendo, estará ya ahí al lado. Pues no, ahí al lado no está para nada. Me da un poco de miedo que choquemos contra el muro invisible. Espero poder subir por aquí. Otra de esas pirámides. Esa es la segunda que vemos. Cápsula Sari. Pues ya sabemos lo que va a ser esto. Lo de la matriarca. Estas pirámides sí que no me suenan de nada. A lo mejor son simples ruinas proteanas que están por los planetas para decorar. A lo mejor originalmente tenían planeado que fueran para algo, pero luego nunca hicieron nada. ¿Qué ni las marcan en el minimapa? Minerales, eso sí que me interesa. Venga, ahí estamos. última parada. Creo. Sí. Lo que pasa es que no sé por qué me está marcando como que es ahí delante. Debe ser que no lo desmarqué. Uff. Jolín. Pues ya estaría. Uy, 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 uy. Lo dicho, vamos a la ciudadela. Hablaremos al llegar allí con Garrus y Rex. Tranquis. Sí, no sé por qué le he dado no. Y seguramente se va a quedar un vídeo más largo. Pero mira, todas estas cosas nos las hemos quitado. Y aparte hemos avanzado un poquito la historia, ¿no? No la historia principal, pero historias personales de los personajes. Eso siempre mola. Venga, vamos a hablar con la gente. No, estaban abajo. Ambos están abajo. Hay una misión, ¿vale? No sé qué ha sido eso. Hay una misión que me suena mucho, pero a lo mejor es en Mass Effect 2. Y yo la recuerdo en Mass Effect 3. Es posible, ¿eh? No voy a decir cuál es, por si acaso.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Something bothering you?
It's Saren. I'm starting to wonder whether we'll ever find him. He's always one step ahead of us, and he's got those damn Geth.
¿Crees que escapará?
We're getting close, Garrus. We'll find him.
I wish I had your confidence. I just can't stand the thought of him getting away with everything he's done. I know you're doing everything you can, and if anyone can catch him, it's you, but if there's anything else I can do to help, anything, just tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it.
¿Estás preocupado?
I understand your concern, but we will find him. Just make sure you're ready to go when we do.
Yes, ma'am. You can count on me. Thanks for hearing me out. I appreciate it. Can I ask you something, Commander?
Claro.
What is it?
Are you worried that the Council might be protecting Saren? I mean, they were really dragging their heels before. What if we find him, bring him back to the Citadel, and they refuse to act?
I get the feeling this isn't a question. Speak your mind, Garrus.
Well, maybe we shouldn't give them the chance, Commander. In my opinion, Saren's too dangerous to be kept alive. Too much could happen. He could escape, or the Council might let him go. If we find him, when we find him, I say we make sure we stop him permanently.
Ya veremos.
It'll depend on the situation. I'm not committing to anything until I've got him in my sights.
Fair enough. Either way, I'm right behind you, Commander.
Me ha parecido que no estaba, pero sí, ahí está.
Shepard?
¿Tú no tienes nada que decir?
So you'd rather be a merc than help your people?
I'm a fighter. It's what I do.
Esto no lo hemos escuchado ya.
Aren't you at all worried about what will happen to the Krogan?
What the hell do you want me to do about it, Shepard? I'm tired of sticking my ass on the line and getting nothing for it.
So you're just giving up on your people?
I gave up on fighting for a lost cause. I'm not like you, Shepard. I'm no hero. Bottom line, killing for credits simplifies things.
You ever think about helping your people?
I try not to. But there's a lot of Krogan mercs out there. I'm I'm always running into them. Half the time I'm being paid to kill them. But that's just part of the job. You don't get to pick who your enemies are.
How long have you been a merc?
Long enough. I took my first contract right after I left my home system. It's good work. It doesn't kill you.
I get the feeling you enjoy your work.
Sure. You get to see the galaxy on someone else's credits, and most days end with a good fight. I've tried more organized fighting, private armies and such, but it gets too messy. I fight best on my own, or in very small groups. I don't like people relying on me, and I bloody well don't like relying on them.
Sí, supongo.
So long, Rex.
Oye, ¿tendrán algo nuevo que decir todos? Porque de momento van 2 de 2, ¿eh? Hay que probar.
Commander?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
I'm off duty until tomorrow. I was gonna have a small drink. Bit of a celebration. If you're interested.
What's the occasion?
It's Armistice Day, when the first contact war ended. My family always marks it. Since I'm the only Williams aboard, I thought I'd ask you.
Seems like an odd thing to celebrate. That was 26 years ago.
In our family, it's not really a celebration, more like an obligation. Don't tell me you don't know about my family. My commanders always find out. It's not in my files or something?
¿Qué?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm General Williams' granddaughter, the commander of the Shanxi garrison in the war. The only human ever to surrender to an alien race.
Oh.
I see. That's why you drive yourself so hard.
A Williams has to be better than the best, if only to avoid suspicion. That's what my dad told me the night before he retired. It takes a special kind of thick-headed to march into a job where your family's blacklisted. I did it anyway. I'm not gonna let our name go down with Arnold and Quisling. Granddad deserved better than that.
Entonces si dicen algo nuevo ahora, pues vamos a volver a hablar con todos. Lo siento.
What happened to your grandfather after the war?
He was relieved of command as soon as Shanxi was liberated. They brought him back to Earth in irons, but there was never a trial. They quietly demoted him and stuck him behind a desk. He retired a year later and spent the rest of his life working construction in the colonies. Sometimes we hear about attempts to get him exonerated in some official way. Nothing ever comes of him.
As I recall, your grandfather held out for a long time.
The Turians wrecked the orbitals in the first wave and occupied the major cities. They sat in orbit, dropping rocks on anything that moved. Granddad dispersed the troops, but when they went into the cities for supplies, the Turians would wreck a block to eliminate one fire team. Civilians were dying, his troops were starving, and he couldn't contact Alliance High Command. So he surrendered the garrison.
Conin, es lo más inteligente, yo también lo hubiera hecho. O sea, en esa situación, ¿qué haces? O sea, no tienes nada que hacer. ¿Qué haces? ¿Te metes en una cueva y empiezas a cultivar? ¿No tienes otra...? Tío, normal.
He refused to sacrifice his men just to save face for humanity. You planning to throw yourself on a sword to save face for him?
Would it make a difference? He's gone now. Dad's gone too. And who would it impress? I'll never be good enough for the Alliance. So now you know. Gonna kick me off the ship, Skipper?
Claro que no.
You're part of the team, Williams. I don't care what your grandfather did or didn't do.
Not to get all cheesy, but you're the first CEO who's ever said that to me. Thanks, Skipper. But anyway, I've got things to do before we land. I'm sure you do too.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
Vamos a hablar entonces con Tali. A lo mejor tiene una misión secundaria. Y tenemos algo que hacer. Aquí lo he dicho con un tono muy chungo.
It feels like we're getting near the end, doesn't it, Shepard? With Saren, I mean.
Eso espero.
It won't be much longer. One way or another, it'll all be over soon.
You'll find the conduit before he does. I know you will. You have to. And after this is all over, when my pilgrimage ends, and I go back to my own people, I'll be proud to say I was a part of it.
We couldn't have done this without you, Tali.
You've been good to me. A lot of people treat Quarians like second-class citizens. They just want us to go back to our fleet and disappear. But you've treated me just like everyone else on your crew. Like an equal. That means a lot, and it says something about you. Whatever happens, I just want to say thank you for that.
I'm gonna miss you when you go back to your own people, Tali.
That won't happen for a while yet. I'll be right here anytime you need me.
Mira, podemos preguntarle por su padre.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
¿Y tu madre?
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet.
Oof.
Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
Lo de los virus para esta gente, tío, es que imagínate. Un constipado, bueno, no un coste, el equivalente para un constipado nuestro. O sea, un constipado para ellos. Tiene que ser terrible. Tiene un sistema inmunológico tan débil.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with. And he wasn't around all that much. Too busy. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant. Like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it. Not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
¿Algo nuevo? No.
I should go.
See you later.
Vale, pues vamos a hablar también con los de arriba. Me encanta la sombra flotante de Shepard en la pared. No sé si la habéis visto. Es fascinante. No sabría y me ha asustado. Digo, ¿eh? La aproximación lenta. Uy, cargando.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
I like talking with you, Liara, no matter what the subject.
You have been very understanding with me, Shepard. Very patient. I appreciate that. I know there are some strange beliefs about my people. I am familiar with the legend of Asari promiscuity, but those rumors have little basis in fact. When one of my people joins with an individual from another species, it is a very deep and spiritual exchange. We do not enter lightly into a union.
Un intercambio espiritual, ¿eh?
You make it sound almost mystical.
A true union goes far beyond an ordinary melding. It is a connection that transcends the physical universe. Two become one. Thoughts and senses merge, identities intertwine. Memories and emotions weave themselves together, becoming entangled in a single, rapturous whole. It is unlike any other experience. In some cases, it can be a truly life-changing event.
¿Eso es una proposición? ¿Guiño, guiño?
Sounds amazing. Are you saying
No. Oh, no. I am not very good at this, am I? I'm sorry, Shepard. I am trying to explain why I have been so reserved. The Union is more than just sex. It is the lifeblood of my species, the way we Asari evolve and grow as a society. That is why I have never... that is why we must choose our partners with great care.
I want you to be absolutely sure about this, Liara.
I am only 106, barely an adult by Asari standards, and I spend most of my time absorbed in my research. I never really thought about it. Not until I met you. You are very special to me, Shepard. But with all that's happened, Saren, the Geth, the Reapers, I do not know if we are ready for this.
These are dark times, Liara. Maybe once all this is over.
I'm glad you understand, Shepard. There is too much at stake. We need to put aside our personal feelings and focus on stopping Saren. I wish it did not have to be that way. But we all have to make sacrifices. Let's talk about something else.
Nada nuevo. Vale, pues
I
adiós.
should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Me pregunto cuántos diálogos llevo de atraso con los personajes. La aproximación lenta. Es que me encanta la animación, tío. Además es la misma para ambos.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I didn't figure you'd have time to talk with all that's going on. I mean, there are reports to file on the Rachni and on Annaleus.
The paperwork will keep. Something on your mind?
I'm just looking for an ear. The debriefing wasn't the right place to say how ridiculous this is. Seems like every other race in the galaxy is wrapped up in their own problems. They don't want to see what's coming.
Wanting to believe everything will be fine? Sounds like human nature to me.
Yeah, I guess some things carry across species well enough. I should remember that after what happened to Furnace.
¿Has perdonado a Virnus?
I think you carry a grudge over the crap you took from Vernus.
Before I met Vernus, I knew as much as any other civilian. Aliens were weird, superior, and tried to tell us what to do. I mean, it's only been 26 years since first contact. That's not a lot of time to understand them. It was Vernus who made me see how human aliens are. They're not different or special. They're jerks and saints, just like us. Hell, by the time I got payback, I didn't even want it anymore.
I don't see you snapping very easily. What finally did it?
He hurt Rana. Broke her arm.
¡Ostras!
She reached for a glass of water instead of pulling it biotically. She just wanted a drink without getting a nosebleed. You know? Like an idiot, I stood up. Didn't know what I was gonna do. Just something. And Vernus lost it. Beat the crap out of me. He kept shouting how they should have bombed us back to the Stone Age. And that's when the knife came up. A military-issue talon. Right in my face. I cut loose. Full biotic kick right in the teeth. Almost as strong as I can manage now. At 17, that's something.
Jolín. Pero bien por ti. Ese imbécil se lo merecía.
You wanted to help a girl you cared for. That's a noble thing.
Maybe my intentions were noble, but I lost control.
Vale, igual ahí te pasaste, sí.
I killed him, Shepard. Snapped his neck. They probably could have saved him if they got him to an infirmary quick enough. But they didn't. Caused a stir when they shipped him home. Bot training was shut down. Kinetics folded a couple of years later. So, yeah, maybe I hated that Turian. I mean, if one ass was enough to judge a whole race, I'd hate humans too.
Eso tiene sentido. No puedes juzgar a todo el mundo, a toda una especie, bueno, a todo un grupo por un individuo.
A reasonable stance. Keep that level head and we'll do fine.
Staying reasonable is about all we've got left. Everyone else in this galaxy seems to have gone out of their minds. Present company excepted, of course.
Venga, vamos a entrar a la ciudadela. Soy imbécil. ¿Por qué soy tan tonto, tío? Vamos a entrar a la ciudadela, pero primero vamos a comernos 2 pantallas de carga camufladas. Que esto ni siquiera se puede saltar, tronco. Venga. Pues mira, ¿sabéis qué? Voy a aprovechar. Espera, ¿sigue moviéndose? No. ¡Ah, mierda! Si tabulo no sé qué... Voy a aprovechar para buscar una cosa en Google, pero no me deja. Ok, vale. A ver, podría mirarlo en el móvil. Pero no me apetece. Oye, Joker no tenía nada nuevo que decir, ¿no?
Commander, something you need?
I have to go.
All right, see you.
No, no tenía nada que decir. Vale. ¿A quién me llevo? A la ciudadela. ¿Tengo que llevarme a alguien? Pero qué sé. ¿Importa?
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo
¿Habrá
pressure
algún imbécil
has the
esperándome
deck.
fuera? No, esta vez no.
Admiral Kahoku, a respected member of the Alliance military, has passed away. The veteran soldier who won the love of his troops during conflict with the Batarians died of natural causes. Kahoku is survived by his wife and 3 children, who are planning a small private memorial service.
Tampoco hay ninguna imbécil esperándome aquí. ¿Ah? ¿La vida me sonríe o qué? Vale. Vamos a ver si está la periodista con nueva información. Para mí, lo dudo. Al momento no veo a nadie. ¿Las misiones te las marca el mapa o no? ¿Tú no eres el del consejo? Porque si no lo eres te pareces un montón. Vas con la capuchita y todo. Ah, yo tengo un capuchita. Vale. Debe ser el atondo formal, la capucha. No parece que haya nadie. Entonces vamos al mercado, que es a donde quería ir. Distritos... mercado. A ver si está el fan ese. Qué gracioso hablar con él. Sí, ahí está.
Commander, I've been waiting for you to get back. I've got an idea and I wanted to run it by you.
Tengo mucho que hacer.
I got a lot going on right now, but I can spare a moment.
Great. This'll just take a minute. With so many human colonies being attacked, I'm not sure that one Spectre is enough. What if you signed me on as another Spectre?
¿Cómo?
Why would you want to be a Spectre, Conrad?
Because I wanted to show the Council what humanity can do, just like you. I'd make a great Spectre. I want to be with you, fighting the good fight like you did on Elysium during the Skillian Blitz.
I believe you, Conrad. But there's another fight that needs you.
What? I don't understand.
You know what keeps me going out here? Knowing that people back home are keeping humanity strong.
You're right. I just got so caught up in all of it. I wanted to help. I'll go home. Thanks for setting me straight.
Vale. Creo que es ya la última vez que hablamos con él, ¿verdad? Sí. Es un poco decepcionante el final, pero bueno. Gases hemos 8 de 6. Lo hemos hecho también que hemos superado las expectativas. Lo de la liga de 1. Ah, vale, está aquí. Pues en principio.
Hello, Earth Clan. No doubt you've just come back from the colonies. Will you be needing supplies?
Show me what you got.
Most excellent. I am sure you will find something pleasing.
Vale. Como diciendo, tengo que vender. Podría vender también todo lo de nivel 4. Venga, sí. De nivel 4 tengo muchas cosas, por eso lo vendo. Vamos. Ahí, vale. De momento... Ahí, vamos a ver si vende licencias especiales y todo eso. Vamos a preguntarle por las colonias.
What colonies are you talking about?
Oh, my mistake, Earth Clan. I assumed... It doesn't matter. Pharaohs? Noveria? Well, if you haven't heard of them yet, I'm sure you will soon.
Vaya spoiler, ¿no?
But it doesn't matter where you hail from. My goods are available to all.
I'd like to know more about Pharos.
It's an old Prothean world. Their buildings still litter the surface. The humans aren't the first to colonize it, but they are the most recent. I just realized I haven't heard from my contact on that planet for some time. Ah, well, I'm sure he's fine.
Show me what you got.
Most excellent. I am sure you
No
will
puedo
find
saltar este
something
diálogo, tío.
pleasing.
A ver, vamos a ver si vende alguna... Mira, sí. Vale, en el piso de abajo también hay mercaderes. Vamos a echar un vistazo. También hay mercaderes, solo uno de ellos comercia conmigo.
Hello there.
Entonces, no
Welcome to
puedo.
Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You will see.
Armaduras no humanas. Vale, este vende armaduras. Hay armas también. De 9. Eso... Es una mierda. Es una pedazo de mierda, tío. Guardian 9. ¿Pero qué basura es esta, tronco? O sea, la protección contra el daño es la misma que la de Predator 4. Y los escudos son, bueno, sí, son bastante mejores. Pero tampoco una pasada. O sea, no estamos hablando de una mejora de 100 puntos. Es una mejora de, ¿qué? 74. Sí. O sea, que, no, ni eso, 64. ¡Qué mierda, tío! El endurecimiento encima es peor. ¡Ah, mierda de objeto! ¡Y este arma es una cagada! ¡Anda, cagar! Dame los objetos únicos. Lo único bueno que tienes. Vale, vamos a probar con el mercader de Segce. Ese sí que me suena que tenía buenas cosas. Que a lo mejor no, a lo mejor tiene la misma mierda que... Y el único mercader que merece la pena para el endgame es el de la Normandy. Me daría un poco de pena, porque tienes toda esta ciudad y apenas sirve para nada. Pero bueno.
Hello, Commander.
Show me what you got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander. Enjoy.
Vale. De momento no estoy viendo nada del otro mundo. Licencias, por favor. A ver, un fusil de asalto. Vamos a comparar, por ejemplo, este. Vale, esta sí que es buena mierda. Esta sí que es buena mierda. O sea, no es un salto tan grande, pero para ser justos pasamos de 6 a 7. Pero al menos es una mejora. Porque es que hay algunas que es que dan vergüenza. Esta es la armadura que llevo yo, ¿no? No. Es ligeramente mejor. ¿No hay armaduras de nivel superior a 4? Porque no veo yo armaduras... No, mira, hay una ligera humana de nivel 6. No sé por qué las armaduras son tan difíciles de conseguir mejores, tío. Este es bueno. Oh, este es muy bueno. O sea, el daño no es un salto tan brutal, pero la puntería mejora mucho. De todas formas, estos son los mismos que venden en la nave. Así que tampoco es tan... Tampoco tengo tanta prisa, la verdad. Pues ahora sí que lo vamos a dejar. Ahora sí que sí, lo vamos a dejar. No hemos hecho mucho de historia principal, pero hemos hecho cositas. Y voy a mirar, ¿vale? Ahora seguramente, cuando termine el directo, voy a mirar si hay alguna misión que me estoy dejando o algo así. Y la hacemos el próximo día, que será ya el viernes. Venga, pues muchas gracias por estar por aquí. Nos vemos. Hasta luego. Chao.